It has. Caillou gonna get that down. Satellite able to wall that back on the flank watch, and now gonna be watching for Ange doing the same sort of thing as the fight on that B site continues on, and Cubert will win it entirely. In fact, Ange now left on his lonesome in this 1v3.
Oh.
So
chose the wrong side of the smoke.
you still got some time on your hands, just nothing left in the kit. But that was a pretty standard takeover by Cubert on B. Nothing really to complain about.
And Nismo's just gonna pop that flash too, and right now it's very hard for Ange to close this through, especially. Oh wait, hold on, a 1v1.
Step into it, and he's gonna be able to finish it off.
Be difficult for Giza at 8 HP to try to hold this.
Yeah, it's a good like safe start, but then you have to gamble stack again, and so Cubert can just lean into that coin flip.
Yeah, and the retake is going to be even more difficult too, especially when the fault line's not available. You're getting close through smokes as well. Everybody just unletting bullets of the stingers here, and they're just getting picked. So at this point, I think there's no more surprises that's going to come out of Maryville University. You can already see even Wildfire holding all the way back towards bottom B, just to see if he can catch a lurk because of that double inserts we were talking about before. Meanwhile, for Cubert, looking for orbs, pushing Caillou forward.
Yeah, this is a good start for conditioning outside of just like raw domination from Cubert here, because yeah, the Stingers are a nice safe buy that they're able to really flex now that they've taken over this site, playing the clock really well to force a good economic advantage going forward. And anybody else from Maryville split, but just enough time to get the spike down. Wildfire still able to hit Caillou with that aftershock on that outside corner plant. Now it's all about taking that coming back over, and Satellite's able to do it single-handedly. Nismo with that Vandal pickup will clear the rest of the board and turn this into a 1v1 against Ange, who has once again not got too much left over, but just enough to throw Nismo off.
Got the big flash too, though. Could use it towards Hell if he reads it correctly, and might be able to win the round with that.
He does read it absolutely correctly, lines it up.
It work out because Caillou's moving down there solo.
Terminated.
Yeah, Giza will get a freebie. Cubert will just see that as an opening for the weak site, and Redux is gonna be able to clear that away. Gotta just go for the site now while you can. But again, MU is here early, and Knights meets the threat. Wildfire met.
One enemy remaining.
And
Smart.
Yeah, now that Outlaw is gonna be even more available to go crazy. That's more.
Here we go.
Oh, great step up by Knights again. Raw confidence. So it kind of does have to be Giza on the run back after Redux does the rest of the clearing. Is it going to be him again? Yes! On a lot of it, Paranoia to really track down Giza. All of a sudden, C feels too open. Giza, nice dings to Knights and Redux! How do you find that second one? And another overdrive. Silence! Giza's keeping it going! Holden still solo after the Knight smoke is out. Caillou will finally silence that threat, but more than enough work has been done, surely.
10 seconds left.
The Rolling Thunder to react. They're not gonna try and give them any time, but Caillou's just gonna stick it here, and he does have enough space. Wildfire getting Satellite with his own Sheriff as well, so it is just Caillou.
A long control.
Ren's trying to move in on the Paranoia, but it's doubled back on. Now the double step out is beautiful from Renz and Chloric. Big trades. Ange red, Redux swung into Wildfire.
Type of pacing. Just because Cubert has been defaulting, just like you mentioned here, Tenric, into the A-side pressure at the very beginning of a lot of these rounds.
Ange stepping up again, and Cubert really starting to read into that aggression already.
It's interesting that they're, I was going to say that they're staying all within this pit.
Yeah.
Because now util and ult, something could really take them down.
And just start go fishing. You're lucky you haven't caught Satellite yet. Knights does find the moment to once again step forward into it, but yet again, Giza makes this interesting. Yeah, Chloric's definitely content with those chips, because it does leave Knights and Nismo quite low after everybody bought light shields this round. So Cubert choosing to commit kind of early to that C-site plant, knowing how quick MU can get back, and gotta escort him in somehow. Chloric is bolted, but not watched. So he'll actually get a counter frag and then some. Takes Caillou to shut it down. And now it's TP back to the lobby by Ange to confirm where Satellite's holding, watching for him. And so it'll be a 3v2 on the retake. And Wildfire here early does find Satellite. Popped in the face. Now a 2v2. Reapproach from Giza, assisted by Ange with the smoke. Now the paranoia downstream from the garage. Doesn't hit, but still finds one. And Ange able to take that last man himself. It's on through the smoke that gets set up on top of him. All the while, Maryville makes the push up to A. And that push from Giza is going to end up working. Satellite's gone, and now you have to pay extra attention to C while this fight rages on A. This is crazily strung together by Maryville, and it's all of them in the kill feed, too. Is this going to be a flawless pistol?
Because you don't want to move into the next round with 1,000 credits, but like, only as it goes. But the advantage coming for Cubert for now.
Yeah, opening 2 picks, and Cubert's just going to fully launch themselves in here. How have they made this work? Renz can clear the first 2. No shots left on the Outlaw.
It's crazy. Finally.
That's a crazy round to win.
It's fun for the A site hold, though.
Yeah, this is so staunch, and you're just going to be able to spray it down. Satellite finds one sewer. Caillou next up in the queue. Got everything to throw at this, and now that the fast lane's done, Renz just has to go and try, and it makes it work. Till Redux steps in past the smoke with the operator and shuts him down, of all things. Just such unconventional ways for both sides to take this site back over, and it's going to work a little more for Maryville as Wildfire just walks it down while that spike gets launched on the corner, and Chloric set up with the pinch on Graffiti out. And Cubert see that as the opportunity to go for that other door, and Maryville will just extend the other way. Nismo just counteracted after holding that judge for the one piece. So again, it's got to be this one and done, but at Cubert, yeah, you don't have enough time, not enough health.
And a heavy investment that just got dropped.
That's so rough. Yeah, they'll just dive even deeper. Come on, dude. That's so dangerous for the next couple rounds. And spotted. Knights will have paranoia. Only then is the relay bolt get tossed. The pushback is so segmented. But the Hunter's Fury out. Caillou's going to be able to just go fishing, catch 2 easy ones. And that'll let the rest of Cubert in pretty easily. Still, though, they feel the need for the Steel Garden to guarantee no one can be closer than expected. Chloric, though, has his own Hunter's Fury, and that can play a good amount of time as well. Now the lockdown to force even more time as Nismo just going to try and hold this defuse. After that lockdown gets destroyed, Nismo just going to hold this down through the smoke, and there's just enough time for Cubert to be able to get their 9th round on the board at the right moments. And the confidence plays have been good, but Knights still gotten away with a couple of early punches, and they'll get away with one more. Now able to safely dismount with the TP, as MU will get the spike down in the 4v5, and Giz is the one that'll extend on top of the Lynx smoke. This time he'll find Nismo. So Cubert, again, a very concentrated counter push just down 1 Link. That's the only thing that hasn't been cleared, and it's still getting smoked away by Ange, so it feels like it's pretty tough to break into this, especially now that the fast lane's already dissipated. You're gone, and Giz is alone on this site here, just solo holding everything else. I mean, Knights gets a smoke in just to walk in on, and Maryville reads that so easily. They started pre-firing it as the smoke was dropping.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's already done. That's the round.
Yeah, Redux even gave the op to Caillou to run all the way back with it already so that he could try to stay forward and maybe start cycling some pips if somehow it might come into value into the later rounds. And you see how passively they're playing too for Cubert. They just want to make sure here that they're not giving any orbs away because Wildfire is getting close to his, and now just picked it up with that kill onto Nismo.
Kind of tracked down from their first blood. Oh, wow, this is quick from Ange. Pretty easily taken down at first. And it seems like Cubert's ahead of the drop at this point, but Giza gets away with an angle before it's swung upon. So 2v4 on the approach. Wildfire's at a crumb though, so they'll just have to duck out, try another angle. This will likely be a Cubert round though after that first stop. Bit of a risky start into an attempted just like twisting of the knife for Maryville there on the A site, but some good attention paid by Cubert there. Just needs to be finalized here, and Satellite's keyed in, so that's 3 now for the Viper.
Yeah. And Wildfire is low on HP, as you just mentioned. Very difficult for him to try to hold this up on a 1v4. It almost felt here. Cubert's on a high-low and the gun's sticking out.
It doesn't matter if Renz has this fast lane, but nobody else is facilitated, and Knight still has the watch. Caillou able to take care of the rest of the crowd. It's just Renz that gets left over, and he's not able to do more than just that first kill.
It's gonna happen, Tenrek.
Yeah, this is another good patrol.
And that's the best you could get right now. That orb moving up, maybe another death now. You're gonna be one away here from an ult.
Satellite's still gonna be able to launch this snake bite as Wildfire sticks the plant and isn't caught by that bite actually, so no extra damage done. Early drop down and Ange catches all of it from hell! Every single ounce! It sure was gonna happen until Ange said not a chance. Icebox and the double initiator comp that Cubert runs with it definitely helps its cause. Ange yet again very close to this on yellow, and Redux is just gonna jump into it and take that down. You have Satellite kind of watching around as this spike will go down pretty quickly, and Satellite will engage Giza as well, so that'll be a nice little stall 1v1 as the rest of the fight goes on, but Ren's getting ahead of the screen, and Giza taking care of Satellite means that Maryville can start going forward, and Ren's! Huh? More Valorant to play this year, at the very least. Good start from Maryville, though, as Clorix found the gap. Knight's found on the extension, and again, only the spike is going to be able to make any space. Apart from that, Maryville can just go for the slow takeback.
And with this comp, it's always easier to plant, but still very difficult to retake. You got to be pristine on your util so far.
Just kind of spraying through. Another flash to allow Nismo to get back out, and that gives Caillou a free frag, too. Barrier setup will give Ren some time, and Wildfire's made his way up, runs right into Caillou, though. And with the barrier opened up, Ren's in the battle against Caillou, against the Thrash now is going to get sent out just to guarantee, and that should do it. Yeah, Caillou doesn't even have to engage. So Cubert will take the bonus here.
Triple high-low. And that duped so many players.
Wow, yeah, that Dizzy is doing work. And yet, Cubert can't really do anything with it, so they've just got to play into a 5v3, keep shooting their way through. And Ange has yet again gone way too far up the lane. Almost finds the dink into the kill too, but Knights is too far out and that Phantom can't fully take him down. Rest of Cubert is just gonna walk right through that snakebite to try to finish off this Viper's lower health pool, but he's playing with yellow and he's got help again. Ren's on these blades, will have rotated at the right time, but can't hit a thing. And so Cubert have another opening, Ange finally taken down, and that spike having more than enough room to be able to go down. Still though, Cloric can get a couple kills out of this with Nismo and Knights so bloody low.
Well, I think they also broke turret from Cloric on the top of Boiler. So it keeps everybody at bay and very passive on the side of the defense, and that's what happens. You're able to get flooded over by Cubert Academy once again.
But Cubert going pretty quickly into A this time, and playing screens beautifully this moment. Renz gets the opener, and that'll justify the Hunter's Fury. Wildfire has enough intel to clear one on each side, I suppose. Yeah, go ahead and use 2 ultis this round. We might as well, especially now that Knights has crept in on Renz and made this winnable again for Cubert. Reaching the smoke first. Barrier is going to get set up by Giza here. This is all pretty to form. Redux the first clear, and Cubert just turns on it. That is a complete mowdown. They were trying to clear for lane, but Cubert was playing heavy into yellow instead. Maryville just continuing to not be able to activate on that pressure point, and Cubert just cashing in again.
Yeah, exactly. Cloric hears everything, so he's calling for the rotate to help.
Yeah.
You got to be ready for that, man. Satellite's been opping towards that spawn like he's steal from 100 Thieves.
Yeah, you got to make those, because now Cubert feel so much more powerful on yellow, and by extension the site. I mean, the Viper util's still playing preventative, and Renz is sprayed through. This just feels even more decisive from Cubert, despite how prepped MU looked at the beginning of this round. And hell, the middle too.
On the side of Nismo, that's really helping Cubert take control of their attack side.
Count another first blood for Satellite on this op, and a Hunter's Fury to escort Giza up. He'll only get one. Wildfire does get some ticks on that Hunter's Fury, and Redux's walk up himself won't get anything either. So maybe they'll do even things out. And this null command that's procced by Nismo won't get Cubert too far. You also haven't checked for Ange just yet, have you?
free kills.
Oh, and Wildfire might just be able to do all the work himself. You're in panic mode if you're Cubert here, and that'll be enough to get Maryville. And so MU go into a bit of a scatter plot to try to meet Cubert as they barricade themselves on, but they've outstretched very quickly here and have lined up their shots perfectly. Toxic screen to facilitate a quick defuse. Shock Dot will take care of the first leg, but the rest of Cubert will just press forward. The well's dry. Snakebite on top of the spike as soon as it's vacated, though. A little awkward, but nice turn from Caillou to find Giza there. Hey, Renz. Gotten way up close and pulls out the pistol as well from hell. Renz and Ange holding it down solo. Nismo having to clear out both on this Guardian and down to 19 after the first 1v1. MU pull away the follow-up.
Remember, we talked about the Thrash available. There's a Blade Storm, though, from Renz.
That's an artistic lead up, but no kill off of it, just allowing the chauffeur of Giza to step up, and he has always been active in that kill feed. There's enough of a front line to shut down that first clamor, but MU just keep barraging and have the site now with two members of Cubert standing. Knight's gonna use the bite now, actually. A little strange. And also, again, not covering, so it's just to get him on, and he's alone at the moment. Satellite is still getting over to the Heaven Peak.
No.
Almost a little too messy, but Knights will manage two, in fact. After Clorix giving that backstab and Wildfire misses his window, that'll probably be it. The lineup almost awkward again, but yeah, that'll be 11 for Cubert Academy. Great timing with the knife. Nismo just impeccable with it as always, and now the toxic screen. I mean, you can't counteract it. You just got to contact, and MU will. They don't have too much of a clearing, too much of a visage, and they have to duck back into the screen that Redux is able to fully swing off of into. And yeah, that's a very decisive defensive round from them. No gaps in the minds of Cubert Academy.
Quite good, but looks like Satellite's just going to use it towards screens.
Renz, another great pop out. Almost clock instantly by Nismo too. Good tracking after that tailwind. And now it's Knights that rises to the occasion and is able to take care of that jet. You've got to send a new man packing, especially with the help of that defensive lockdown. Hunter's Fury here a little late, but Wildfire can still find the pick on the spike, and Cubert forced to press forward on top of the fight, so Satellite left alone, and hey, don't die to that. Come on, buddy.
Die to the other one.
Yeah, still got one more in the tank. Oh, holds Chloric at least. Well done. So yeah, at the end of the day, I mean,
the trap set that they're trying to do towards yellow is not working out, and that's miscomms.
Yeah, nothing on that belt. Renz again, a free kill, and yeah, let's keep it going. Why not? Hand it all over. This is the big toppler for Cubert too. This is an easy path to 9-12 for MU if they take it here. Luckily though, able to at least grab a couple of the other openers. And Renz is in fact gone now. Satellite gets away with the freebie too. So Wildfire having to do a lot of the dirty work before Giza even gets there. Does still have the res though, so it'll be another full-fledged 3v3. This is a fun wall from Giza, just trying to play so many different angles at once, but it's so well watched by Nismo, and now Cubert can just extend. Knight's gonna be the first leg of this flash, and again, it's beautifully assisted by Nismo. No more in the tank though, gotta be just this fully fledged 2v1 to take this game here and now. Satellite won't do it on his own, and Wildfire
just within the sight from Satellite.
Yeah.
Are they gonna win around with that?
This is so odd. Chloric trying to play policeman in the mid and not getting good timing at all. The Nano Swarm and Ange himself on the site trying to burn away it all, but the spike doesn't have enough time to go down, and there's members of Cubert still standing. What an unconventional way to win a round and a game, but Cubert Academy will certainly take it as we'll head to Corrode.
A-side fight.
Yeah, starting things out pretty standard, but as the screen dissipates, there's far more present for MU than Cubert would have liked to know. Redux, though, has 3 cornered in the box and is going to get 2 of them out the gate. They don't read the last one, but they turn onto it. Redux, absolutely unreal. And the crowd re-cleared away by Cubert the moment that things look testy. They'll re-execute on top of their own arc rows, and yeah, Redux will be handed that 4th one as well. Austin his relay bolts out. Is he gonna press on top of this? Redux is pretty isolated. Yeah, Renz gets an easy clear on top of that, and everything except B has been taken care of here. So MU can once again kind of slow this down. Toxic screen set up by Giza. That's the one breakaway moment for Cubert. Once again, they'll get through. There's that TP onto his own smoke. Again, something that should be expected for Ange, but what exactly do you do to counteract it when you know there's so much of a push coming through from the link? You just have Nismo hold it all down. And Ange is the only one to get a frag, and he will get only 2, as it appears, to a 1v1 versus Renz as he slides on in. Caillou gets another chance. The slide over from Renz is enough.
4-man push into middle.
And Renz pretty solo line of defense here, but Giza quick to meet it as soon as he gets that first blood in it. Good trade away so far, and it's pretty well read. Again, Cubert pretty telegraphed. Giza almost gets the lineup. That's awkward, but Satellite makes it work. So there's enough coverage just about everywhere. Wildfire still has this Odin, though. So we'll see if he can make a cut. I don't know if he even goes for this with how much distance Cubert can have on it, though.
I mean, even look how Cubert's playing in all 3 of them outside of sight. Hunter's Fury, too.
Where are you?
So now they know at least that Wildfire is somewhat half committed into retaking the B site.
All right, 1 down. Outlaw
That's
shot,
110.
though, brings him to just 10. So Arc Rosen and Ismo just swinging it. But it seems like sometimes they're giving themselves away on purpose in order to try to facilitate somebody getting greedy or antsy. Everybody's piled out. Everybody's pile drived as they walk back in. Giz is only good for 1 and has to hold the line against the world. Top of the spike, it's a bit of an awkward crunch, and Giz has popped a couple domes early on. Satellite.
The overtake B.
Yeah, very by the book. Very, again, MU is ready for it, and Giza can hold down the crunch on this door. That's the one angle that Cubert chose to fight, and they will lose it until Caillou can shut it down. But the smoke on the connector will actually silence the rest of the contest from MU. They don't want to fight this, and there's going to be enough time to set up the Viper's Pit for the post plant. Caillou getting on top of it, and MU just press. They'll make that first fight work and reduce it to a 2v4. Cubert still having to duke it out, and now the C's can get launched in quite early. Relay bolt that Renz tosses into an easy fight onto Satellite, and from there, Nismo has nothing. Yeah, Knight still has a smoke left in the kit. He's going to be able to, yeah, off this 1-2-3 jump on the shear, they can just fully dump on him. They don't. They contact it. Chloric gets them all!
Down, B. 10 seconds left.
Yeah. Satellite, GTFO, buddy. Hold on to that gun. The connector swing instead. So, yeah, you got to bring the stack back over. And again, Maryville read it, but there's way too much firepower. And now the Steel Garden tossed in as well. Very awkward, and Ange isn't able to get out of eye shot, so he'll fall. Now a counter Steel Garden tossed in by MU right into the overdrive, but oh, Nismo on top of that at least. Luckily, Chloric can shut the rest of the early crowd down, and now it's about this 2v2 after all of the rifles are back in these hands, but Elbow still unchecked. Knights gets the easiest shot of his life, back of the head. Giza can do nothing, and now, arguably, neither can Chloric. His ult spent. Same with everything in the kit. Arcro's back in 5, but the lineup is there, and Knights not willing to give it away. It is far impossible to take something like this, and indeed, Cubert will make their way to 7. All for the potential crunch on mid, but it's Nismo holding in bot against a full lineup, and he can't finalize against 1, so it'll be a 3v5 for this retake. Still tough for Cubert for sure. Oh, but a shock dart's gonna do a hell of a lot of damage! That's the last of the health pool that Nismo did done! And now it's a 3v3. Cubert have the crunch on the backside, and that's where most of the pool drops. It's gotta be all Renz. And he'll get rid of 1. Little bit of time left. First tap on the spikes. Knight's giving himself away. Satellite's position no doubt guaranteed as well, but such a tough position to fight from, and so many times that Cubert can just fake themselves away. Knights will sacrifice himself, and so will Satellite, but there is no more time. Pressure from A because of that orb. You got the passive pressure on B because you've broken the shear. All you have is the bunker setup, but you want to keep that, so you have to go up even further on mid, and so Redux is finally baited into the stack, and there's no trade back. It's a really good slow game played by Maryville, but you do have 30 seconds left. You do also have a 5v3 now, though, as Chloric's Lurk has finally found one and still stuck the other on elbow. Nismo's been stuck here the whole time. But everybody's still slowed down. Good snake bite by Satellite, and again, good bunker crunch by the rest of the team to make it slow and difficult. And again, the Prowler, a great leader, but can spray their way through and dissipate a lot of that pressure. Knights also making sure Renz doesn't cause a ruckus in mid. It's like a laser gate. No access at all. Hey, you do get away with Knights, though. That's a nice gun to get rid of.
Spike down.
But
That's it. That's all you get rid of.
That'll be all.
You got rid of the spike, too. So now Ange is just running down. I mean, he's going to proc the wall because he was looking for that orb and realizes that it's gone, too.
Everyone from Cubert's here now. Arcros on one side, push from the Link on the
No.
other. Wow. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Nice. That's gorgeous. And that's 10 for Cubert. I know it's like the only opportunity they have to maybe salvage a pinch. Good start off the attacking smoke. Ange, beautiful portioning to segment that fight, turn it into a two-piece. And Nismo not watched though, and he'll get his own two. Ange now getting 3. 2v2 on the post plan as it goes down. No hyperextension this time. Satellite gonna meet Wildfire here and now. No util in the bank as well.
Wonder if he's gonna ult the site here to give a chance for Satellite to move up, especially when Ange is one-shot. It's a drone instead, okay?
Yeah.
Saw him on the elbow.
Oh, perfect timing for Satellite to dive in. The one piece of distraction that you need. Ange steps ahead of the bite and gets the one tap on Satellite. And now Caillou's got to step into this fray and prevent the ace for Ange. Force him back. Oh, almost got away with the TP. That's silly. Now Caillou just hitting with this shorty. Easy frag. And now he's got his gun back so he can go for fight number 2.
No.
Gets it though, he's blinded. That's stupid. That's just dumb. And fate decrees that it should be done here, I suppose. Redux not even finalized. He'll get the re-up, but Chloric can at least finish that off. But Satellite has the spike, and now the pit to elongate the fight against Chloric until Nismo can turn this to a 2v1. And it might be done right here, Vans.
Especially when he meets up with his teammate with a Steel Garden. Right now, the more time is being wasted, the more you're given a chance here for Cubert to just seal the deal.
First turn in, does spot Satellite. Down to 1v, and Nismo can hold it as soon as he re-extends. A lot of extra room to fly by the time that third map is done, and Maryville will not be able to contend for Ascension